at yourself. Do you really think it's gonna help if you always fighting yourself, trying to forget how you felt? Just take a look at yourself. Can't even be your own friend, cause you're way too stuck in your head. How do you think it's gonna end? Nothing that they could do, nothing that they could say, nothing that they could do to take all the pain away. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. Sometimes you win some and sometimes you won't. But we could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be everything that we want. We could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be anything that we want. You think if they said it, then they must mean it.
Hey real family, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining. If it's your first time on my channel, my name is Nthabi. I'm all about empowerment and transformation. That's what we're about on this channel. So if you're new, please do make sure that you subscribe to be a part of this family. We help you to be empowered. You know, an empowered person has the ability to be transformed. So that's what we're all about, from your personal life, a business, just life in general. We share all things empowerment. So RealFam, do the right thing. And of course, my returning family, I cannot start this video without appreciating you, your support. This channel is what it is because you feel the need to be a part of this channel, and of course because you love the content that I'm creating, and I don't take that for granted. Never forget that. Okay, so getting to the topic of the day, let me take another sip.
Do you really think it's gonna help if you always fighting yourself?
Real fam, do not celebrate another woman's downfall. Let me repeat it again. Do not celebrate another woman's downfall. Do not celebrate another woman's downfall. Do not celebrate another woman's downfall. So I'm going to give you a bit of context so that you get where I'm coming from. All right, this is a bit of a story time. So a while back when I was still in tertiary, I was dating this other guy. So this guy at some point decided to, ask me to pay him a visit, and I did that. So I paid the guy a visit. When I got there, everything was nice. You know, when a guy, treats you, you'll have all the nice snacks, all of that. You're in tertiary, so snacks, biscuits, chocolates, those things matter to you. All right, so no judgment. That was me. I just love my sweet stuff. Okay, so we just there watching TV, and obviously he has a roommate. So the roommate is somewhere in the house and all of that. Okay, we're watching TV, and then there's a knock at the door. Okay, and then the roommate opens the door. Roommate opens the door, and there's a lady there asking, "Hey, I'm looking for so and so." Obviously, I didn't hear this conversation at first. I didn't hear it, but I can hear a person is talking. Okay, and then he comes, and then he looks at the guy I was visiting. So the guy goes to the door. So when he gets to the door, there's a lady there. So by the look of things, this guy, who happened to be my so-called boyfriend then, was dating that girl. That's how I look at it, I think, right? So they started talking, and that lady didn't want to leave. I think they were trying to chase her away, telling her to leave. She didn't want to leave, all right? So they went outside, and I'm sitting there in the house watching TV, and I'm like, what's happening here? Like, something is a bit off. And I was like, I'm going to stand up and just go outside to find out what's happening, because it's a bit weird that a woman comes in, knocks, and then your boyfriend stands up, goes to the door, and then the next thing he's outside talking to another woman. You're like, what is that? Okay, so when I would go outside, he's there with this girl, and the roomser was still there outside. So they're talking there. The girl doesn't want to leave this an argument and all of that. How? Doesn't go away or whatever. He's chasing her away. Like he was very angry. And then before I know it, so I'm walking along. I'm walking with them because I want to find out what's happening. Skip up on my what? Because if someone is a fool, we gotta know who's made a fool here. What's happening, right? I want to know. So we get to the gate. The next thing, because the girl kept talking. Like, I'm not going in. I'm not leaving. Whatever. The next thing you know it, Mpama, Chesa Mpama, Shamatla. That's my boyfriend doing that. A hot clap to that lady. You know, RealFam, that moment was just another thing. Immediately when that thing happened, I was like, who is this guy? Who the hell is this guy? Who is this person? It shocked me. And immediately I just got scared, like, what's happening here? And obviously the lady was crying there, argument, whatever, and then the guy locked the gate. We go back to the house. Yabona maguti koninte off. But koninte off. I was like, so if you can hit this girl, it means namungang shayamos. It means you can also hit me. If so I was not excited. You know, other women would be excited to say, he chose me. You know, he chose me. He wants me. But I was like, I'm not going to be excited. It's clear that something was happening between them. And that girl kind of felt entitled and demanded answers. And this is because something was happening. It's either they were dating or flip, whatever the case may be. So it means that she had the right to question that. It means something was happening. I mean, it's clear, Ralph. I mean, it's clear. It's clear, all right? So it means I was the one who was lied to, or both of us. So she thought she was the one. You know when you think you are the one. You know? So basically that's what my story is. And RealFam, I was not excited by that. Instead, I decided to just end things with that guy because I was like, so meaning you have the ability to raise your hand to a woman. I mean, how do you plan a future with someone who does that? RealFam, I don't know if I'm talking to you right now, if you have been in that situation or you know someone who has. You know, we can argue, but you hitting me is another different story. So RealFam, I decided to just end my relationship because I was not going to be that woman that celebrates another woman's downfall or another woman's pain. So where am I going with this, RealFam? I'm not going to act like I'm an expert in this, or I'm not going to act like I'm now reprimanding you and all of that. But all I'm saying is that do not be the cause of another woman's pain or tears. And RealFam, we have seen this many times where women get to a point where you will see videos on social media or whatever, you know, people cheating, people, hurting each other. Or basically, I mean, let's call it cheating. Like cheating, for example, where you see another woman crying, they being in pain because this man decided to, do it otherwise. So don't be that, unless you didn't know, it's a different story. But knowing that you are actually causing someone else's pain, Don't be that person. So, real fam, obviously, I just wanted to chat to you about this. And since we are in the motion of giving yourself grace, listen, I'm a peacemaker. I'm a teacher. At the end of the day, I believe that there's a lesson to be learned in each and everything, right? There's a lesson to be learned. The lesson that I learned was that, a young girl who was early in her tertiary days, looking for love, or actually thinking that love has found her, experience that, right? So the lesson that I'm taking is that do not trust anyone, and make sure that the person that you're with is trustworthy. Yes, I know it's not easy to make sure. It's not easy to figure out how you would do that. I mean, it's not written on your forehead, on someone's forehead, that actually they are for you, they love you and all of that. But all I'm saying is that just be careful, look out for yourself, and just know your worth, all right? If a person is going to tell you that, no, this girl, I'm not dating this girl, I don't know what she wants. I mean, you might as well get a clown costume and just be there, because clearly you are a clown, right? You are made to look like you're a clown, right? And love is something else. By the way, disclaimer, conversations about love are very tricky for me, because I strongly believe love is, it's a beautiful thing, and it is experienced by differently by different people. It's different for everyone, right? That feeling that you get of love is different. So talking about it, I feel like it lacks a little bit, because I don't know how love feels to you and all of that. And when I talk about love, I mean romantic love. That's what I'm talking about. Not love in general, not the love of caring and just loving each other, looking out for each other. Not that kind of love, but the relationship couple kind of love. So yeah, love beautifully. Love, don't stop don't stop looking for love. But all I can say, especially if maybe someone in university is watching this, you have a great future ahead. Sometimes you need to not only be excited about that new love that you found. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know that there are people that find love in some are high school sweethearts and they are still married today. They're just living beautifully. Some have grown old together, so that is possible. I'm not saying that is not possible, but I'm just saying take care of yourself, and don't lose yourself as a woman. Don't lose yourself, and don't be a reason for another woman's pain. Having said that, please take care of you. I think, just to take you back again, because obviously we're talking about tertiary, I remember there was a time when things were really not great at home, where not necessarily not great, but the income that you would get from family is not enough and all of that. And I remember this one time a guy decided to take me out for lunch, right? And I remember he bought me a plate of steak and chips. And before I decided to go with him, I remember that I was thinking about what I had in my commune. Because I remember I had movate, I had bread and potatoes and some maelstrom soup there. So my food was not interesting. And for some reason, I thought about those things and I went to that date or that lunch. Obviously, I guess we can call it a date, right? I'm still young. Listen, I feel like, no, it's a Friday afternoon. I've got nothing to lose. I go there. I enjoy the meal. Listen, I didn't even leave one chip. I didn't. Fine, fast forward. He drops me off. Obviously, now it's okay. Here's 100 rand. Was it 100? I think it was 100 rand. Hey, that to me was like, okay. I was already thinking about the things that I can do with that money, And I must say, RealFam, there was thoughts, you get thoughts that, so next time if I meet him, I'll probably give me 200 rand. So those thoughts were there. But honestly, I'm glad that I did not even go to that extent. And I'm grateful for this friend of mine who kind of enlightened or just showed me the light. Because I remember in class, so we were in class, I think on a Monday. Yeah, because this thing happened on a Friday. On a Monday, and then the next, we are eating that money. We were buying quarters or whatever, eating that money. And I was just excited talking about this person. And my friend was like, so do you know this person? Like, you are excited about this person. Do you know him? Don't forget why you're here, So I'm just summarizing the story, but this video is not about that story. But, those are things that you need to look at. Don't lose yourself. Don't find yourself in a situation where you do things out of desperation just because you're going to benefit something. And I must say, being with someone just to think you're going to benefit financially, it's a trap. It's a trap. I think, in my opinion, listen, it's your life. Do whatever pleases you. In my opinion, I'm not saying date anyone who doesn't have money, but don't date someone because you're saying you want money or you saw that they have money, because it means that you are there for something. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it here because this is one topic that a lot of people would argue about. I don't love him, but I love the money. That's why I'm with him. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. RealFam, and this is where I'm going to close it. Do not be a reason for another woman's pain. I don't think you would want that to happen to you. You wouldn't want to cry, see yourself crying because another woman has brought pain into your life. I mean, it's still the same thing as women looking down on each other. It's still the same thing as women discussing each other and gossiping about each other. That is not cool. That is not cool. I'm not saying that we never talk. I'm not saying I never spoke about people. I never had, or questioned things about people or whatever. But if there's one thing I pride myself with is that I respect a person. And if you have not given me a reason to even think about figuring out the kind of person that you are or whatever, then I've got no business doing that. I actually don't have the time. Basically, I don't have the time. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it deserves to even have a slot in my time or in my timetable. No, not at all. So please don't do that. And let's love each other as women, and let's give ourselves grace. Let's build a sisterhood by taking care of each other. So for me, deciding to leave or not be with that guy again was because I was not going to stay in a relationship with someone who's able to raise a hand to another woman. I was not going to do that. Whether they got back together or they didn't is none of my business. It's none of my business. It's not about me. I just did this for me, and that was the best thing for me, and that's that. Alright, RealFam, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked anything or you would want to discuss this further, do comment. I just thought I should have just a fun video where we just have a little story time, because we've been serious a bit with the series that says give yourself a grace. So I thought maybe this could be interesting enough for you to just think about it, or just hear my tertiary love stories. So I hope you enjoyed this. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Do also share your thanks with me if this video was good for you. So real fam, like I always say, don't forget to make today count. Love you always, and until next time.